going on? It's been a while since I did a live, and I wanted to talk about something because a lot of people, when I'm giving information, they may not understand the magnitude of the information I'm giving. So hey, how you doing? Long time no see. I don't do too many lives, but I'm gonna do a good live for y'all. Hey, how you doing? Hey. So, hey, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate it. I wanted to talk about greetings to you. I wanted to talk about the power of a default. And if you have the 3-4 course, this is going to resonate even more with you. I have, I'm always studying, because I'm a perpetual student. And when I told you guys, hey, what's going on, Sticks and Stones, what's good, about defaulting people, a lot of times when we were doing things or doing consultations, people were not defaulting people. And the reason why I was telling you to default people is because when you take a default, you can take it into any court and use it as a foreign judgment, or you can take that default and actually go to a bank and get it funded. So these were the things I was telling you, to always default people when you send them letters and stuff and they don't act as you think they should act. You should always default them. So when people do their administrative processes, I always come back to them and then I ask them questions. And I'm like, okay, did you default the person? And it's almost unanimous. They tell me no. The reason why I tell you to default someone is because that becomes an asset. Okay, every default is an asset. This is why all the banks do it, the courts do it, all companies do this. Financial companies, they'll do it. They get paid whether they win or lose. Even if you beat them in court, they still get paid. I got tactics to show you how to do this going forward. You can get paid if you don't have any money. None of this stuff. You don't have to work a 9 to 5. It's all a choice. So if you like working a job, work your job. But when you can default the state. You really need my help. Okay, we can talk. IM me if you have my email. I'm gonna give you guys my new email because I'm not gonna be handling. Yes, right. That's right. Good. Yes, right, Justin. Let's get to it. You guys have everything you need is within you to become rich, to become wealthy. It's all in you. You don't need a job. You don't need a business. You are the job. You are the business. So if you understand that, you'll understand that all you got to do is default these people. You get caught up into the physical. Don't get caught up into the property. Get caught up into the asset, which is the money. If I lose a $500,000 house, but I have $500,000 to put down in $1 million house, that changes the whole dynamic. So don't get caught up into physical. Don't get caught up in, they're going to take me to jail. Stop getting caught up into bullshit. The reality is you are the king or the queen or the Osiris of your life. You can have anything you want, anything, whether car, anything. So don't worry about not having it. You will have it. Just take your time, study yourself, and figure out what's in you, and then pull that out and use it to create your reality. That's what I'm finding out. That anything I want, I can get. So, anybody got any questions while I'm on this vlog? It's a beautiful day, man. It's beautiful. No questions? Oh, no questions? Okay, I'll give it a minute. But whenever you do your administrative process, the key thing that most people never did is they never default to the other party. And I think that you think you're powerless just because I tell you to go to court. The court is there for you to take your defaulted process and then for them to administrate the law in your favor. So a lot of people never do it because they're afraid. Don't be afraid of anything. How do you express it? By sending a letter. Any trust or any constructive trust, you just send a letter. That's all you have to do is send a letter. Once I send you a letter, I can default you. So if you fail to act, I default you again. I could take that default. I could sell it on the secondary market. I could sell it to a collection company. I could do whatever I want to. Does that explain it? Everything is expressed by a letter. You can. Need and have to, I would declare it. But yes, a declaration. Do we need a declaration? A declaration is very strong. Very strong. But any letter you send them is a declaration. So you can just format it into a form of a declaration. Make sure you let them know that you're declaring something and you're not asking them to do anything. Does that answer your question? If not, let me know how to rephrase it. Let me know if you need me to rephrase it and I'll answer for you. It's not the paperwork, people. It's you can send somebody a notice of whatever, an affidavit of whatever. It's how do you know how to enforce it? Explaining the default. Well, most of these, sometimes I get lost because I do a lot of consultation. So some of my videos don't express it. But every time I do a consultation, when I'm talking about a process, I usually tell you what to default. All you have to do is a normal default. You can look this up in your state law too, how to default somebody. Just Google it, how to default a person and how to enforce my default. I will be coming out with courses like this to show you how to monetize defaults. Like say if I sent a letter to the judge or the court and they still go through and they still impose their judgment, then I can take their judgment as my judgment. If that makes sense to everybody. If my name is named in it, I have an interest. So if somebody sends you an electric bill, somebody sends you a phone bill, you're named in that phone bill, that means you have an equitable interest to the proceeds in that phone bill. I hope everybody understands that. You're the curator of everything in your life. If you want to drive a Porsche, go get the Porsche. If you want the Lamborghini, go get it. If you don't want either, just enjoy your life. I find it's easier to have less. The less you have, the easier it is to enjoy your life. If somebody scratched my Lamborghini, I'm going to be pissed. So, no, I don't have a specific video, but I have a lot of videos touching on defaulting. Did that answer your question? No? Yes? Okay. So, I'll give it a few more seconds. If anybody has any other questions, let me know. It's like 60 degrees here. It did. Okay. Yeah. You're the power. Okay. You have to understand it. Just because like you send a letter to the bank or the financial institution and they don't do what you told. Hold on. Let me see. Yes, it does. Regarding trust, presence of, okay. Yes, it does. Regarding expressing the trust or the presence of unidentified relationship and entity. What is your position that we are expressing in the trust form? Good question. I'm going to reread it because I read it first. So let's see. Regarding express trust or the presence of an unidentified relationship in entity, what is our position that we're expressing in the trust form? Well, it could be any position. That's why I did the video, Know Your Character. So if you're going to be the beneficiary, you have to know how to play the role of the beneficiary. If you're going to be the settler, you have to know the role of the settler. Trust law is the easiest thing because it's the oldest law on the planet. So the initial trust was man coming into his own body from thought. So just like the word came from thought, that's what came into the reality. And this is from esoteric. This is from God. This ain't from me. I'm just a middleman. So, but yeah, expressing your trust is just knowing that you have a right to the proceeds and that you're the origin of source. That's like if I work a 9 to 5, the company that employs me is not my source of income. My source of income is me getting up and applying to that company and then getting up every day. That's my equity under ecclesiastical law. That is correct, Justin. It's good to always hear from you, Justin. Always, man. You got a lot of knowledge, brother. So we got to get that out to the public, man. You got a lot of knowledge in you, dude. But it's basically understanding metaphysical, understanding esoteric rules that people use to govern you. So if you go to the government and then, you go into the government, they give you the illusion that you have to petition and argue, and you really don't. You could just accept it all and agree. Okay, so you said I defaulted in an agreement. Okay, cool. I'll accept everything you state, but now I become the creditor. Trying to catch up. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with you. Trying to catch up to you. Nah, you good, man. You're good where you are. Here's the one thing. You can't have my like some people. You're not gonna have my understanding because there's a different level of work that's been put into it, and your understanding is all you need. You just need to add to your understanding, and when you have your level of understanding, you'll be able to get anything you want. Don't lock everything into materials. Like, you know, people always tell you they pray for a job, they pray for a house, they pray for a car. I don't pray for none of that. I pray for the wisdom to know that I have the ability to create it. So if I'm asking for anything, I'm asking God for wisdom. I ain't asking God for money because God don't print money. Man prints money. I hope that helps. Everything you need is within you, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be alive. Does that make sense? So, any other questions? Anybody got some questions while I'm doing this live? It's a beautiful day. I'm just going to walk around and just be thankful that I'm alive. No questions? Bueller? Well, let's see. Enforcing court to uphold a plea of tender and a motion to dismiss based on settlement by tender, special deposit to the bank, withdraw. Wait. See, okay, let me explain something to you. Just the way you phrased it to me, you're going to have to rephrase it in a way that's a legal phrasing. But I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to tell you a lot of times the way that you state things, you might need to research the way that you're stating it to get it in the proper context to actually give it a little oomph behind it. Because if you say it fragmented or in a fragmented way, they're not going to respond. And that's really what it is. So you said enforcing court to uphold my plea of tender and motion to dismiss based on settlement by tendering special deposit to the bank, withdraw from general and special deposit my instrument. I don't know what that means, but I know what you're doing. So you're trying to do a special deposit. Then if you did a special deposit into a court, then you would need to do a counter claim. Okay, so you would need to object to the proceedings. And I'm not giving you legal advice. I'm just giving you technical advice. But first you have to deal with the claims that are in front of you. So once you deal with the claims that are in front of you, then you can set up your own claim. Does that make sense? Did that make sense to you? Rena, did that make sense to you? Let me know. If not, I'll go deeper. Okay, so when you're in court, you have to understand that just like if you've ever done a consultation, I'll talk about sandboxes. And the reason why I talk about it is because it has a childhood relation. Okay, well then yes, then you need to do a counterclaim. So what happens in court, if they sue you through the initial claim and you don't have a counterclaim, they're going to run over you. But even if you have a counterclaim, let's see, they still may run over you. But you got to know what to do when they run over you. Let's see, would the special deposit be an additional deposit other than the original obligation? No, you could take the original obligation and turn it into a special deposit. You really curate everything. You control everything, Justin. You control everything. So when you send them a special deposit and they don't act on it, that's a breach of fiduciary duty. And you can sue them for breach of fiduciary duty. And the evidence of their fiduciary duty is what? The agreement. That's why I did the video telling you guys how to do a point of fiduciary. There's a lot of, like, when you guys purchase courses, don't forget the free courses I have. Don't forget the free videos, because those are as enriching if you have that course. So you got to keep studying until it breaks through in your mind. Yes, once it breaks through in your mind, you will be able to understand you can create anything you want in life. You send if you send a court stuff and they don't act, don't trip. Don't trip. So if they win in court, there's a way around it. If you lose in court, there's a way around it. Even if you lose in court, that's still yours to claim. So if you lose judgment, say you had a car loan, your car was taken, it was $50,000, you can go and claim that amount because it's under the Uniform Commercial Code. The court is not above the Uniform Commercial Code. That's why the statutes of the law embeds the Uniform Commercial Code. That should tell you it's not above it. Go ahead, drink my little drink. So I'm gonna let some people get off some questions here. So we're gonna get into it because I want to make sure that you guys are able to retire in your 40s, your 30s, instead of waiting to 60. I'm telling you, it's nice to get up at any time you want. But what's even better is if you retire and you still provide service. So you could still start your nonprofit. You could feed people. You could fix potholes in the street and make money from doing this. You could fix your whole community up and make money from doing that. So it's not just that you have to get rich and just leave everybody behind. So anybody else got any question? That makes sense, doesn't it, Justin? We're gonna have to get us some calls. I'm gonna have to get some more calls going on, man. I just been taking my time. Yeah, see? Yeah, you can start your own nonprofit. Just go and see how to set up a nonprofit. And then you can learn how to fund it. And usually it's going to be promissory notes or negotiable instruments. All nonprofits are funded by negotiable instruments. All of them. Not some. All. Not cash. They don't even accept cash. What's the quickest way? What's the way I just told you? Send it a notice letter. The letter is stronger than IRS because the IRS 1099A, 1099C, 1099 OID, 1099 INT, 1099 MIS. That's their administrative process. Yeah. You didn't know about nonprofits? If you don't know, now you know. You know. Yes, you can create your own nonprofit. You can go on to IRS website, and you can also call the IRS. You can hand out food to the homeless. You can hand out food for veterans, all kind of stuff. Yep, and you can make money off of it, and you can hire veterans to make money too. I hope that helps. So, what's the quickest way? Just send a letter. The letter is the quickest way. There's no quicker way. The IRS forms are not quicker than a letter, because if they breach the letter, you give them 5-10 days, that means that the fulfillment could be within 30 to 60 days, where an IRS letter might take 30 to 60 days to fulfill anyway. I hope that helps. Any other questions? Well, you got me on here before I get tipsy. Nobody got any questions? Yeah, most people don't touch on nonprofits. The reason why, because they don't know. That's okay. We all got to start somewhere. So if you guys don't have any questions, let's see. This is an affidavit of appointment. Well, your mortgage company doesn't own your mortgage. You don't have to pander to them. Yes, the evidence is their account. Yes, Justin. The evidence is in accounting records. Yes. When they see you an accounting record, a bank will never prove that it loaned you any money. If you have a mortgage, the bank can't prove it loaned you money. When you create a mortgage, what happens is Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac provides the funds, but they provide the funds based off your mortgage. So there's no money that changes hand. Once you gave them the note and you signed it, it became a negotiable instrument. They received it because you assigned it without knowledge and without stipulation, which is called a gift under the gift and estate tax. That's why you might hear me regurgitate that over and over. I'm trying to pump it into your head, because if you understand what a gift is, if I go to a restaurant and then I sign a receipt, that receipt is a gift. That transaction was already paid for, off the credit transaction, because I have a credit line with the bank. So once I swipe that, it's already paid for. You see what I'm saying? But when I sign it, that's another negotiable instrument they get in case I default. Because if I default on it, they could take that receipt and use their insurance and claim the money in that. So you never lose if you understand the game. Does that make sense to y'all? No, there is no difference. They all operate the same. That's why if you have my courses, I'm talking about a wide array of things, but I'm talking about the processes are the same. That's why people are like, I don't get it. I'm like, a mortgage is the same as a car loan. A car loan is the same as a utility bill. A utility bill is the same as a credit card bill. They just have different nuances. Yes. So let's see. Yeah, the accounting records will show from every loan that the bank never loaned you one dime. So that means they can't be the creditor. Does that make sense to everybody? They can't be the creditor because they can't prove it. The creditor has to prove that they have a deficit on their books. Who is the person that they're saying owes money? That's you. So that means you're the creditor because you can prove that you have a deficit on your books, right? Does that make sense? So when your bank or financial institution or your utilities company sends you a bill, they're showing you that you're the creditor every month because you have a deficit on your books. And they're supposed to apply that. It's the same thing. You're looking at it's different. It's not different. If you send them a letter telling them if you appoint them as your fiduciary, it's the same thing. Nothing changes just because it's a different company. It's the same process. All of these companies are fiduciaries in the public. Go look up their 8K filings, their 10K filings. Go look it up on SEC. They're all fiduciaries in the public. They're all trustees. Just lock them into being a trustee. And it'll free you. Does that make sense? It don't matter if it's both loans. It don't matter if it's 100 loans. I think I think you guys are making this more difficult than it is. It's not that difficult. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a refi. It don't matter if it's refi beans or whatever. It's the same. It's the same SHIT. Anybody else got any questions? I called my title loan company and the original creditor and filed a UCC1 on the $0. Yes, you can use the UCC1 to set off the debt. And you can also set up a new debt for you to be paid with the UCC1 too. But did you default them? That's the thing. Y'all be sending these people letters like y'all want a pen pal. Like y'all want them to send you a love letter like, it's going to be okay. They're not. Fam, they're in the business of deceit. And the business of deceit is, if I know something you don't know it, I'm going to profit off what you don't know. I'm profiting off what people don't know. I'm not deceitful, but I'm profiting off what people don't know. Everybody profits off what people don't know. So keep that in mind. Everybody profits off of it. Your employer profits off you not knowing that you have a interest in the proceeds. And when you get the interest in the proceeds of the company, then, or your labor, then you become a secured creditor based versus an unsecured creditor. I hope that makes sense. So, do it. Yep. Correct. I called requesting information and they said the original loan was $0. And I was like, heck yeah, let's move and release the lien. Yeah. But then you got to recoup. You got to recoup too. You always got to recoup the money. So, any other questions? If not, I'm going to close out. I'm going to walk around. It's a beautiful day. The lake is looking beautiful. Let's see. Where do I teach the UCC? I don't teach nothing about the UCC because the UCC1 don't mean shit. But you can use a UCC1. Okay? So you can. I might do a UCC1 course. But a UCC1 is only as good as the administrative process. If your administrative process is fire, your UCC1 gonna hit every day. Every day. And you can't get out of it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all. Sometimes I don't have time to address everybody's problems, everybody's stuff. I can't do it. I'm only one person. I got to enjoy my life too. You know what I'm saying? But I still got love for every one of y'all, man. I want y'all to all succeed, man. To keep it 100, I want y'all to all succeed. We all do better when we all succeed. So, if you got any questions, I will be having some courses. Yes, sir. Good to talk to you too, Justin. Yeah, I will be having some more courses going forward. It's a lot of new things going on with the channel. I mean, we're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. Get some of y'all retired, man, so y'all can enjoy your own city. Some of y'all live in your own cities. Y'all ain't never seen it. You live in your own towns. You never seen it because we're too busy working. And when you work, you don't get to enjoy life. So you got to have a good work-life balance. So make sure you're working on that. Your city is probably more beautiful than you even think it is. We just don't get chances to. So sometimes I walk around. It's not. You don't need a car to walk around, but you can appreciate beauty sometimes just by having time to sit back and just chill. So since there's no more questions, I might be doing some retirement courses to show you guys how to retire in 60 days. It's possible. You do not have to work 30, 40 years to retire. Retirement, just like I tell you guys, in the Bible it says people perish because of lack of knowledge. It never says they perish because of lack of money, because money can't buy you health. But knowledge how to fix your health can give you good health. That is correct. Need to enjoy God's creation. Yeah, that's the earth, man. You got lakes and rivers and stuff that y'all don't even fish in. Y'all don't even enjoy. Y'all don't sit by. So that's all part of it. But I'm going to go ahead. It's a beautiful day, man. I appreciate everybody who stopped in this live, man. And I thank you guys. And I'm going to head on out, man. Thank you.